Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Where the 99 Leads. I'm Andrew Joyce, your host, and the program brought to you by the University of Pikeville, focusing on all things involving the University of Pikeville, of course, athletically, academically. We talk about many different programs and the new colleges at the University of Pikeville. Today, we focus on admissions and transfer students to the University of Pikeville. Joined by Amber Collins, Director of Admissions at UPike. Amber, welcome to Where the 99 Leads.
Thank you for having us.
And of course, you've been here before. Many, if not most, know Amber Collins. Let's talk a little about your background, though, and how you arrived here.
Okay, I am from Pikeville. I've lived here my whole life. I went to Pike Central High School, and then I went to Pikeville College, now University of Pikeville. I graduated in 2007, and I immediately started working at the University of Pikeville, and I've been there ever since. I recently finished my master's last year, so I'm still working in admissions as the director.
Very good. And of course, admissions, much like coaches recruiting, the process never ends. It's an all-year process.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in just a moment. Haley Combs, transfer counselor at UPike, also a guest. You've been here before as well, but a little background on you, Haley.
I am from Heinemann, Kentucky. Came here directly out of high school in 2000. Was here all 4 years, involved in cheerleading and dance. Graduated in 04, and I started here in Pikeville at the Appalachian News Express, and then went to Big Sandy with KCTCS, and then arrived at Pikeville College, and now the University of Pikeville.
Very good. Both of you have seen a lot of changes at the university in your time as students there, and of course being employed there as well. But admissions, it's still about the students. It's all about the students, and we'll talk about that. Haley, you work closely with transfer students, and this is a time that maybe someone left home and went to college for their first year. They thought that they needed to get out of town, and now they've realized that's not for them. Perhaps it's someone who spent a couple of years away and now they're ready to come home, or someone who's just interested in a program that the university offers. You work closely with those students. Who qualifies as a transfer student?
Sometimes that is a confusing question because we do have many dual credit programs in high schools, so they can earn college credit that way, taking AP classes. There's many different ways now, but a transfer student is someone that has attended another college after graduating high school. They may have just attended one semester, they may have attended and got their associate degree, but those students would be transfer students.
Very good. And if a student were thinking about transferring to the University of Pikeville, after that time, they've spent time in another college or university, what would they need to do? What's the next step?
Well, the first step would be to complete an application, and they can either come in and complete the application. It's really convenient to do the online application now. It's free to the students. So they just get on our website, upike.edu, to complete that application. Then they'll want to have their official high school transcript or GED scores, whichever, if they completed high school or got their GED, want to have those sent to us, as well as test scores, either ACT or SAT scores. And then any college that they've attended, if they attended a college maybe that they're not at now, taking dual credit classes, maybe they went to several colleges, we'll have to have all official college transcripts.
Lots of scholarships available at the University of Pikeville. And Amber, are transfer students eligible for those scholarships?
Absolutely. Haley works with the transfer students and gets them connected with financial services. If you are a student coming in with less than 30 hours, you will still be eligible for an academic scholarship based on your test scores, so ACT or SAT. If you're a transfer coming in with more than 30 hours, then we look at you in a different bracket and you will be eligible for an academic scholarship based on your GPA.
Very good. And many students do have very high ACT scores, or they have great GPAs. It's not necessarily about academic issues at other colleges, but simply about a change in situation, maybe a change in major. And the University of Pikeville has a major that they're interested in. Haley, how does UPike determine the transfer credits for courses completed at another college or university?
I can look at, sometimes I am the one that they initially contact, so I can look at an unofficial transcript and evaluate that for them, give them an idea of how many hours they'll have to transfer to UPike. If they just send an official transcript, sometimes that bypasses me. We enter it in the system in our office, but then it goes directly to the registrar's office. The registrar will then evaluate that transcript, put it in our system, and the student will then be mailed an official evaluation of that transcript. So that's convenient for the student to actually look at and say, this is the class I took, this is what it's going to evaluate to transfer to Pikeville as. Another thing that we've just started kind of this year, students can get on our website if they go to the admissions tab, transfer student, they can go to transfer equivalency. Once they click on that, that will take them to a website called College Source, and they can click on their specific college that they're at, or maybe they went to another college and they want to see what a class transferred in as.
Sure.
They can type in the class, and it will show you them what it will transfer to UPike as. They can do a whole semester, a whole schedule, put in multiple classes and do that. They'll add it to my list is what and they can compile a list of classes. Maybe they just want to look at one class, or maybe they want to look at a bunch of different classes.
Sure.
So that's convenient for the student too.
That's a huge concern for transfer students. Is it something that they truly should be concerned about if they've taken a traditional freshman class load of core curriculum type classes? Should they be concerned about transfer courses?
Normally, they should not. They normally at any school, if they're taking English 101, it's going to transfer to UPike as 111, but it's the same class. Your math can be a little bit different, but history, English, just your general basic core classes, they're pretty much going to transfer to any school.
When you start getting into specialized courses, courses that are involved in a certain major that maybe aren't offered at the university, you run into issues there. Do they have transfer issues with those courses?
Sometimes we try and bring in all the credits that we can. We'll bring them in as just a general elective, or maybe it's, for example, a history class that we don't have the specific history class that they took. So we'll bring it in as a history elective. All of those electives will help add up toward the total number of hours that the student will need to graduate. So they're not truly losing that class.
Very good. Amber, the admissions office is gearing up for a special recruiting effort, an event called Pick Pikeville. Tell us what that's all about.
Yes, this is our second year of Pick Pikeville, a very successful event last year. This is where we get to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we love to be participants in this as much as the students do. This program is for rising seniors, so they just graduated from their junior year and they're going into their senior year. And we invite students from all over Kentucky to come and spend the night on our campus here at UPike.
Right.
So they get to come, sign in, we have a welcome, they'll spend the night, they get to eat in the cafeteria. We have a lot of fun. Last year we did a celebrity dinner.
Sure.
And a dance, and so we all got to dress up as celebrities, which was a lot of fun. I think we had more fun than the students.
Right.
But we get to dress up and have a dance. The students absolutely love the dance. They'll get to fill out application. It's just the ultimate overnight visit for students. So we have a lot of fun. Students look forward to that, and we're working on that right now. We still haven't got everything planned what we want to do, but
when does that take place?
That is in July. The main end of July 30th and 31st. Students will come to campus that morning and spend the night, and then they'll leave the next day towards the evening time.
With an overnight stay, they get
Yeah.
a much more true feel of what a college
Exactly.
experience is. Pick Pikeville. It's coming in July to the University of Pikeville. And Haley, what are some of the events that will take place with Pick Pikeville? I know you always hold back some secrets. You hold things back every year, but what are some of the events you can talk about?
Well, sure. We have to have some surprises
Sure.
for the students. Like Amber said, they do get a campus tour, get to fill out those applications, start that process early of applying to colleges. Our big thing is probably the dinner and the dance. Maybe we should ask him.
Yeah.
If we're trying to decide between an 80s theme and a luau. We're not for sure yet.
I think Andrew would be for 80s.
The 80s were a great decade.
I'm
think
really
that could
wanting
be
to
fun.
tease my hair, so I think we should do
Sure,
80s.
absolutely. The bigger, the better. The
Then
bigger,
we're
the better.
also going to play some game. We call it Palooza. Students are like, "What's that?" But we get to interact with. We have some water games. We have some relay games. Just some fun time for the students.
Very good, and they get a feel for campus. Obviously, spending time in the cafeterias with an overnight stay, they get a feel for what the University of Pikeville campus will be like. Amber, why are events like Pick Pikeville important in the recruitment process?
This is our opportunity to showcase what we have to offer here at UPike. Some students may never get the opportunity to come to campus.
Right.
Maybe their parents can't bring them, or they just haven't got to come to campus. This is our opportunity to show them what we have to offer and how they can come here and feel at home. When the students arrive, they'll get a free t-shirt right off the bat.
Right.
That gets students excited. But then they're going to wear that t-shirt out into the community, and show off UPike. But this is our chance to really make the students feel at home and see what it's really like to be a UPike Bayer.
Pick Pikeville, and that's coming up. Haley, UPike provides a lot of ways for students to be involved on campus, and you've got a new program that's available now to students, the UPike Ambassador Program. How are students selected, and what does it mean to be a UPike Ambassador?
We just completed our first year of this, and I think it was a real success in getting feedback from those students. We had 10 students chosen. They do go through an application process and an interview. They complete an application. They have to provide an unofficial transcript to show us that they have a GPA of a 3.0 or better. So it is those select students. I wanted them to kind of showcase themselves, and so they create a me page. I tell them they can use pictures, clip art, anything that they want, just on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, to differentiate themselves from the other candidates. Then once the applications are reviewed, we select those students for then an interview. The students go through an interview process, and then we will select anywhere from 6 to 10 students for the ambassador program. The students can either be on scholarship or do it for work study, so the students can benefit from this program as well. Sure. We try to help them prepare for the real world, that interview process. Right. Maybe working on their resume. We don't want them to necessarily just help us, but we want to help those students as well. So the students, their main job is basically to help us in admissions, but they will conduct the tours, the overnight visits for the students, mostly juniors and seniors that are looking at UPike. They may do community events. They're kind of the face of UPike. Sure. I'm sure, or I'm hoping, it will grow over the next few years, and these will be students will know who these students are. Right. We've been working this year on creating a place on our website for these students, profile pictures, bios, that sort of thing. So these students do, I kind of guess, what we do in admissions. Sure. They have fun with their job, but they are a select group of students that we they have good communication skills, good leadership skills. That GPA, we want them, to academics is number one to us. Right. They have to be a full-time student. They have to have completed 2 semesters. So this is not for freshmen, but maybe for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But it's a really good program. Something again that could benefit the student. Maybe a student doesn't have a supplemental scholarship and needs more money to help pay. This could be an opportunity for them as well. Sounds like the best of the best with the face of the University of Pikeville. Amber, if someone's still trying to decide whether to attend college this fall,
Many seniors, they're undecided. Do I go directly into college? That's the route for many. But there are some that maybe they want to take a year off. Maybe they've looked at other colleges and now they're still trying to decide whether to attend college or whether to attend the University of Pikeville. What do they need to do?
Well, actually, this morning, Sarah Dameron went to an awards program at a high school, and a student came up to her afterwards and said, I think I've decided I'd like to go to UPike, but I haven't even applied.
Wow.
You know, what do I do? And I was like, great. We don't care. You know, we do not have deadlines at UPike. So a student can go ahead and apply. You can apply online, or you can actually come into the office. We love to see new faces. Come in the admissions office in the administration building. You can fill out an application there too. The application is free as always, so no worries there. The next step would be taking care of some paperwork that we need. We would need transcripts, and those can be mailed in and faxed into our office. And then we need test scores,
Sure.
ACTs or SATs. Also, if you're a transfer student, we would need those transcripts from other institutions that you've attended.
Right.
Usually on a high school transcript, it will include the test scores on there. So they can contact their high school or a previous high school and just ask to have the transcripts and their test scores sent over to UPike. But it's as simple as that: test scores, transcripts, and application. And then you'll be accepted.
Very good. And the University of Pikeville, of course, here we are in June, but as you said, no deadline, and if someone hasn't made up their mind, the University of Pikeville is still an option for this fall if
Exactly.
someone's an incoming freshman or a transfer student, who will talk with Haley. Haley, if someone would like more information or to register for Pick Pikeville, who do they contact? How so?
Well, they can always contact the admissions office, but I'm kind of collecting all those names and numbers that come in, so they can contact me, Haley Combs, at upike.edu, or they can call. My direct number is 606-218-5292.
Very good. Haley Combs, transfer counselor at the University of Pikeville, our guest. Thanks for being with us. Always our pleasure. And Amber Collins, Director of Admissions. Amber, we've mentioned the website a few times on this program, and let's remind folks that are tuned in, if they want more information, if they want an online application, or just to find out more information about many different programs, let's talk about the website.
You can go to www.upike.edu. Everything's there at your fingertips. You can click on admissions, and you can actually file your application there as well.
Very good. And the application always free at the
Yes.
University of Pikeville. Amber Collins, Director of Admissions. Haley Combs, Transfer Counselor at the University of Pikeville, our guest today as we talk admissions. And there's still time for you if you're deciding where to attend college this fall. You've been tuned to Where the 99 Leads, a program brought to you by the University of Pikeville, the leading university of Central Appalachia. On behalf of UPike, I'm Andrew Joyce.